Behind the scenes action.
Yeah.
Show 6.
Take one and...
This is going on to YouTube.
Fuck yeah. Ready? We're back, baby. Episode 6. What's today's date? March 2nd? 2nd, right? And we're back.
We'll take you from here with Joe and Don
Let's
coming
go.
at you.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you,
I'm
man?
doing fine, thanks. I'm doing fine. How you guys doing, huh? We're on week 6 over here, baby.
Can you even believe it?
Oh, yeah.
Can you even believe it? You better believe it.
They said we weren't going to make it.
All the haters said we would never make it this far.
Right?
Look where we are now.
We've made it, guys. Episode 6.
Yeah.
It's March now, March 2022. So one thing I was actually really bummed about, I realized, because I'm having a great week, right? Nothing's really bothered me this week, except for the fact that I realized it was Wednesday today. And I got really fucking pumped because Wednesdays are the days.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Me too. I really do look forward to this, doing this every week.
Same.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pumped.
you know, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now.
Oh my god.
It's hard. You know what? It's hard to stay. It's hard to stay mentally sharp right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
And I did have a few days this past week where I'm like, dude, I'm getting down about all this stuff. I'm having a hard time like doing my routine, getting to the gym, eating healthy, drinking my water, all these things I do, right?
Really?
And I just had to snap out of that. But you know what? I needed a couple of days to really like rejuvenate. But I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, but it's like a weird feeling in the air right now.
Dude, it's not just you, bro. It's everybody. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I've been really good at not letting shit bother me, but like I saw some things and I was just getting like I was getting amped up for like no fucking reason, dude. I don't even know why I was getting amped up. Yeah, it's been a weird one. So it's not only you. I think it's like has a lot to do with everyone radiating off at the same frequency and yeah, a lot of crazy shit has been going on.
Dude, I don't even like. It's just it just feels like a strange time to be a human.
Bro, it's just fucking crazy.
Am I wrong? Like,
no, you're not wrong at all.
I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's just a weird feeling. Like I don't even know. Like it's just like is something gonna happen?
Dude, I have a feeling something's gonna happen.
You know?
I think. Here's what I feel. I feel like I'm in a freaking movie right now.
Like the Twilight Zone.
Dude, I
like
swear to God,
you know
I
what?
feel like I'm in a
It's
movie.
like the Truman Show.
Yes.
You ever seen the Truman Show?
I've never seen it, but no, never seen it. But, dude.
Well, anybody that's seen it knows what I'm talking about. It's like when there's a camera watching this guy's life. Jim Carrey is the guy in that show. And they're watching and controlling every single aspect of his life.
Fuck, I gotta watch the show.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's almost what it feels like.
Dude, I agree with it. There's some things that sometimes I'm thinking, I'm like, holy shit, dude, what am I freaking witnessing right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, our phones, I mean, there's nothing that, every aspect of our lives is tracked.
Yeah, for sure.
So we almost are in the Truman Show.
Yeah, sometimes I would like to believe that South Park, you watch South Park?
No.
Okay.
No.
For those of you who watch South Park, you'll understand what I'm saying. For sometimes I would love to believe that South Park because they usually hit the nail on its head, right? And in satire. But there was an episode they did in which the four boys, Kyle, Stan, Cartman, and Eric, get abducted by aliens. Okay. But it's not. There you go, Mr. Mackey. Are you telling me you didn't fucking watch it?
I've seen it, but I don't watch it.
Oh, damn, that was good. That was perfect. And they get abducted by aliens, but it's not a bad abduction. It's literally just because the aliens are the production agency and the show is called Earth. Literally, dude, sometimes I think they're not far off.
I don't know.
There's some crazy shit going on.
Well, I was on Google Earth. This is funny.
Okay.
I was on Google Earth last night on my laptop. I was looking at a house, and it literally said on the top, "This is I'm not quoting it word for word, but it was like, this is an experimental version of Earth, of Google Earth or something." And I was like, isn't that a crock shit?
It's a crock shit. Dude, every fucking day.
I'm like, we're just in a giant experiment right now.
We probably fucking are at this point.
I don't know, man.
There's some of the shit that they, like, the audacity that some people have to fucking say and, like, not hide or something. It's like, something's going on.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of issues with our world. We could go down that simulation theory, all this and that, but you know what? let's fix our world.
Yes.
We live in this world, so we can have these fairy tale ideas and theories and stuff, but you know what? We're living in this world, so how can we fix this world?
Oh, you know, I think the best way to fix this world is to fix ourselves. And by that, I mean each and every one of us. So let me backtrack a little bit. What are we talking about? Well, you have the whole Russian-Ukraine debacle. You have the whole COVID being exposed for what the hell it really was, and now all the mandates are being lifted, and who's saying this, and then the nuclear, Putin is threatening the nuclear, war, and then the fucking FEMA, or whoever the hell it was, came out and goes, oh, well, the best way to save yourself during a nuclear, thing is to wear a mask and social distance. Like, what, dude?
They didn't say that.
What? Yeah, I swear to God. Go on there. They said maintain, they didn't say the best way to do it. They said when you are, to practice safe, defending yourself from a nuclear explosion, make sure you wear masks and social distancing when you go into hiding. Bro, I don't give a fuck
about that. Out of here.
Dude, if someone told me, if I was, God forbid, in a nuclear bunker and someone was like, wearing your mask, I'm fucking throwing them out the nuclear bunker. Making more space, bro. Dude, I swear to God, this is the shit we're talking about. So now, let's go forward.
Dude, that can't be real.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it was FEMA, but you type it into Google. I forgot who it was. It's the department that is responsible for that.
The sad part is I know you're not kidding.
Yeah, right, dude.
Which is sad.
Earth, bro.
What the
TV
hell?
show.
Anyway,
debacle.
Continue.
But going on, that's what we're all talking about. The craziness, all the crime that you're seeing in these big cities that defunded the police, et cetera, et cetera. People are going in and just robbing and looting stores. You think it's crazy, right?
It's crazy.
How did we get there? Well, we need to do something about it. I agree. You could either do one of three things. You can complain and never do something, never take action. You can take action, or you can just be like, I don't give a shit, and I'm just going to do my own thing, right? Now, I like to take the route of let's do something. But many people always try to say, well, I'm one person. I can't make a difference in what's going on. I call BS on that. Respectfully, of course, call BS on that.
Me too.
When you want to fix something or let's just say someone else, okay? If you see somebody, a friend, a family member, that is struggling, or maybe that is not going on the right path, if you yourself aren't whole or complete or have all of your ducks in a row, you 100% cannot help the other person. If each and every one of us decides that we want to be the best versions of ourselves, if we want to help others or help improve the world and the status and the standards that we live toward, we ourselves have to do it. Because if you're just saying that, all the, for example, a lot of them is, I like to use exercise and shape, right? Keeping in shape. If you're saying, we live in a fucking society where everyone's fat as shit and everyone's eating horrible and blah, 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 and then you go out and fucking get McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell, and you're not fucking going to the gym and that's your daily meal, I mean, you're a hypocrite, right? You're not helping. You're just talking.
So Vince Lombardi has one of the greatest quotes of all time about leadership. Mm-hmm. Leading by example is the only way to lead.
Facts. I love that. Yeah.
There's actually another piece to that, but I kind of forget it right now.
No, but it's okay.
What is it? Leading by example is not one way to lead; it's the only way to lead.
Yes, that's I think you're more on with that one.
But it's so true, because if you don't have yourself in check, who are you to tell other people or coach other people? Oh, go do this. Well, dude, you look like a fraud.
Yeah, for sure, you look like a fraud.
And is anybody going to listen to you if you're not doing it yourself?
Bro, they would pick up on it. It's a weird, subconsciously you'd pick up on the person not being sincere.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, this guy's full of shit, or this girl's full of shit.
Well, it would be the same way as I don't even know, alcoholic telling you how much you shouldn't drink and then be drinking all the time.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Dude, I remember hearing
it's just kind of silly to think about.
Yeah.
So you gotta lead by example.
No, for sure you gotta.
It's the same thing with fitness. It's the same thing with anything.
Absolutely. So Don, what are some ways maybe that you have led by example, or that you would like to, like, how do you lead by example on a daily basis, maybe?
So
to give our audience an idea,
yeah.
because maybe audience, it's a big feat. We want to save the world. I'm one person. Well, how do you save the world?
So before I get into exactly what I do to lead by example, I would say, think about everything on a micro scale of, if you think about, actually, this is a major scale as well. I think they call it the macro.
Yeah,
right?
the macro.
If everybody in the world focused 100% on themselves, didn't worry about anybody else, didn't worry about helping anybody else, they solely focused 110% on bettering themselves, wouldn't the entire world be the best ever?
Absolutely agree with that. That's fire.
And that right there is in itself leading by example to others. If everybody's leading by example, they're all leading by example to each other.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like I said, if everybody would just focus on themselves to be the best that they possibly can be in all areas of their life, wouldn't everybody's life be better?
Absolutely agree with that. Because everyone would be more confident in themselves. Everyone would be more relaxed and calm, and there wouldn't be this whole need of showing others what you're capable of. Everyone would know that what they're capable and what they're not, what they need to work on, right?
Exactly.
And yeah, I think we would be operating at absolute efficiency at that point.
It would be amazing.
It would be great.
Just think about that. Really envision that for a second. If 100% of the global population, and I know this is far-fetched, it's never going to be 100%.
Never, but let's, for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, imagine if the entire global population was obsessed with personal development and becoming the best they could be. This world would be absolutely incredible.
No, people would be fucking bringing and lifting people up instead of shitting on people.
But the problem is evil exists.
Yeah, evil exists.
And you're always going to have these conflicts and these...
Yeah.
Whatever, so...
You know where that evil comes from, in my opinion? And this is not me just saying this, like, this is, I think, pretty standard, everyone knows. Weakness.
Yeah.
When you are weak, you are vulnerable. And when you're vulnerable, there are one of two responses. One being that you're going to change, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to become better. And the other being to just play the victim and attack others.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really big problem in our society.
100%.
Huge. I think amongst men and women, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think men too. Men, fellas, you're listening, we need to do better. We need to hold ourselves accountable a lot more.
So how can we do that? Like you asked me, what do I do to lead by example?
Yeah.
The best way that I know, and I can only speak from experience, is my fitness.
Yeah.
Anybody that follows me knows that I post like a madman about fitness.
Bro,
every day in my
I'm
life.
sorry to interrupt you, but dude, great fucking work on that recent post.
No, thank you.
Dude, you shaved a lot off, and you were in shape now, dude, you lost a lot of weight.
I did, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, no.
I don't post any of that, any of those pictures for like the recognition, or like it feels good. Like people are like, oh, dude, you look so great, all this stuff. I just hope to inspire somebody to make a damn change.
You definitely did. Not probably. You definitely did.
That's why I post that stuff.
Yeah.
And my muscles look good.
Ladies, you want to see Don without a shirt, baby?
Don Shoemaker Jr. on this. No, I digress. But the ways to keep yourself, to lead by example. So number one is your fitness. Mm-hmm. So if I'm telling people to eat clean, and to drink a gallon of water, and to exercise every day, and to read books, and to, do gratitude minutes and journal, and all these things that are really good ways to improve your mind, body, and spirit. Mm-hmm. If I don't do that stuff, who am I to say any of that, for one? And two, it's not going to inspire anybody to change. And three, if you do all of those things and execute all of those things at a high level, or not even at a high level, at any level, you are now leading by example. And by default, you are a leader.
Yeah, I like that. That was powerful. Yeah, I agree with you. You notice how, too, like, you have to be doing it for, like, the right reasons, right? So when you are reading, when you are doing fitness, you'll know that you're actually leading by example because you won't even have to say shit. You won't even have to come out and be like, oh, I'm reading this, and that. Like, you can, right?
Yeah.
But you don't have to say it. Like, you could just be talking about stuff that you've read, and people will be like, oh, you like to read, or they'll be like, hey, man, you looking good, right? You know, like, what are you doing? Hey, man, like, good job, like that. They when they're saying that, one, they're just giving you a compliment, right? Mm-hmm. And two, the gears are starting to turn in their head.
Turning their head.
They're like, maybe I can do this.
And dude, you know what inspires me to keep going is now seeing that I'm inspiring other people. Oh, it's the coolest feeling in the entire world.
Yeah.
When somebody goes to me, oh, yo, I saw your post, or I seen you keep doing this, and I'm actually going to start doing that as well. I mean, that is cool.
Yeah, no, it's like you get, what's it called? What are those called? Goosebumps or something.
Yeah, because it's like, holy shit. I was the one that inspired that change. Yeah. And think about the domino effect. I've had thousands of people at this point that have inspired me to change in so many different ways. And now I'm inspiring other people by leading by example every day.
Yeah.
Think about now that person starts to get their life together and do these things to help themselves. Well, now that person's inspiring other people.
Yeah.
It might not be their mission at the time, but inadvertently they're inspiring other people that are around them.
Absolutely.
Because I know what happens is you don't even have to say anything to inspire other people. When you're really starting to operate in that leading by example mentality, the people around you will naturally start to get better themselves.
You radiate. When you radiate at that certain frequency, or if you're radiating confidence in a way that you know you're bettering yourself, people realize that. 100%. It doesn't have to be fitness. It could be absolutely anything.
Oh, yeah. It could be anything.
Mental health.
Yeah.
You name it.
Well, confidence breeds confidence.
Absolutely.
You know?
And for sure. Like, even, like, breeding, but, like, I know what you mean, like, breeding in, like, a figurative sense, too. Think about it. When you start to change your lifestyle and you start to act in a certain way, the breeding confidence, you start to attract people you've never met before.
Isn't that cool?
That could become your friend, and you just expand your circle.
It's so cool.
It's dope.
I mean, it's like one of the oldest sayings in the book. The 5 people you surround yourself with is who you become, or whatever, or your surroundings. It's so true, because think about it. If you're with 5 negative people, you're going to be the 6th negative person.
Yeah.
If you're with 5 jacked up, confident, health-minded people, you're going to be the 6th person.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah, and think about that too. Think about, let's actually dig a little more into, because I think the fitness is very, very important, right? How much more confident, and I would love to hear from you guys as well, the audience listening, how much more confident are you when you're in good shape? Being in good shape, let's take it from a man's perspective, right? Now, body is different, right? So some people are going to be 6'5" and 300 pounds of solid muscle. Others can't. Others are going to be 5'9". Others are going to be 5'6", 5'5", 5'4", who cares? But when you are in solid shape, you just feel different. You feel more confident. You're less apprehensive. How about if you better yourself by going into martial arts? I think someone on this podcast is about to step into his first martial arts class tomorrow. Don's going to be starting jiu-jitsu tomorrow. Or at least seeing if he likes it,
I know I'm going to like it.
Let's go.
I'm starting tomorrow.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, first class is tomorrow. So.
Fuck yeah, shout out Pure MMA, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. No, but seriously, doing martial arts, dude, making yourself, like, just knowing that you're able to defend yourself. Mix that in with a good workout routine, healthy eating, right? Mm-hmm. You just start to feel confident. You're less apprehensive. Less apprehensive means you're less insecure. You're more secure, in control.
1000%.
And then that will help when you are speaking with other people. Other people will feel that.
Well, it goes to when I first started working out, getting into fitness, I thought it was just, I want to be ripped, have a 6-pack, have big biceps, all that stuff, right? It was all about the physical body. Mm-hmm. But now that I am in pretty decent shape, which, dude, I got a long way to go. To where I want to be, right?
Absolutely.
But I'm in pretty decent shape, and I would say the physical attributes of it now, which I do love, are just a very small product of getting in shape. So what I'm trying to say is your relationships will be better.
Absolutely.
Your career will be better. Your mental health will be better. everything about your life will be better once your health is in check.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's, like I said, it's a very good way to lead by example. And it's a very good way to change everything about your life.
Dude, I'll give you, I agree completely. Like like you said, your relationship, everything will be better. I'll give you like a little tiny example from me, how I can relate to this. So fighting, right?
Yeah.
Before I started doing jiu-jitsu or even just like any type of box, I used to box a little bit in college. Before I even did that, dude, I would it's weird. I don't want to fight someone in public because that can lead to all sorts of shit, right?
Yeah.
Like I will if I need to, right? But dude, I used to walk into bars, and if you're a guy, you know you do this, all right? You size people up, okay? Every guy, the ladies, you might not understand it. We don't understand it. But you size people up, okay? Dude,
that guy's a bitch. That guy's a bitch.
And then you got the guy, you're like, dude, this is what I used to do, dude. I used to see like some guy and I'd be like, dude, can I take that guy? I'd be like, then I would start to
dude, that's so funny.
Develop a scenario in which I'm winning a fight with a dude I never fucking knew. I'm never gonna know who could be the nicest guy in the world, who could be an MMA fighter, kick my ass, who maybe doesn't know how to fucking throw a jab. Point being, I was so insecure. I was afraid and apprehensive about someone I didn't fucking know. Yeah. Dude, now when I get beat. So you're going to see when you start doing it, dude, you may pick it up quickly, but you're going to see your first, dude, you're going to get beat first week, first month. You're just going to keep getting fucking beat. Yep. I've been beat so many fucking times. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care anymore. I don't walk into bars anymore and have to size people up. And if I feel because you know how you can rub off and feel when other people. Yeah. Sometimes you can feel when a guy's at a bar, you're dude, I don't even care anymore.
Well, how tall are you?
I'm only 5'9".
Okay, well, that's a little over the threshold for short man syndrome. So,
what's short man syndrome? What's
you never?
No, I've heard of it. Oh, I've heard of it, like the Napoleon effect.
Yeah, like the guy that's 5'2" and he's has the lifted truck and kind of compensate everywhere. Yeah, so you're 5'9", so
Italian Americans.
Yeah, it's over the threshold, I think.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. I'm basically Shaq at that point.
Yeah.
No, but. Just the point being, now that I do it, I'm not saying that I can go around and beat the shit out of everyone, nor do I fucking care to. What I am saying though is I just feel better.
You feel better.
I feel more in control of my body and my mind.
I think the control aspect is a huge part of it.
Very much.
Because as humans, we want to be in control. Naturally, I think. And when you're not in control, especially with your mind, I mean, how horrible is that?
Dude, awful.
And your mind entails your how you communicate, how you carry yourself, all these things incorporate with your mind and your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get that in check, then your body in check. I mean, everything just follows.
Absolutely, your career will be in check.
So
yeah, I feel like it just opens.
It opens so many doors.
It's going back to our other podcasts, a couple other podcasts, we've had other episodes. Excuse me. In which we speak about the universe giving you what you want, by manifesting it. Dude, when you start to show the universe or God or whoever that you are actually working on yourself, that's when the doors open, man. That's where everything becomes more clear and shit just comes to you.
Well, it's funny too, because when you very first start with your personal development journey and when you first start working on yourself, right, it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. You want to quit. And you start questioning, what am I even doing this? All these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to give up and just go back to mediocrity because that's where you were before.
Oh,
but then if you stick with it, if you keep going, eventually you become obsessed.
Yeah.
You become obsessed with getting better, that it's still really hard, but it'll feel weird to not progress a little bit on your body, on your mental health, on your reading, all these things. Personal development becomes a journey at that point. It's not like a task that you have to check off the box every day. It becomes an obsession, to say it the easiest way.
Essentially, and then that obsession becomes a personality.
Yeah.
And then that personality becomes the personal reality, baby.
Hey, that's Joe Dispenza.
Yeah, Joe Dispenza. Quote.
I knew right where that. Yeah. I don't know the page, but I know what book you're talking about.
Yeah, I definitely know the page. Quotes on that one. That's not mine. It's Dr. Joe Dispenza.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I agree. That's perfect. Damn. So that was good. So leading by example. We had a couple of things right now. If you see me looking down on the YouTube channel, which by the way we have. Where can they find us on YouTube?
Yeah, little housekeeping.
Yeah.
We now have a YouTube channel, guys. It's at We'll Take It From Here with Joe and Don. I think you just searched that on YouTube. I do believe. And then we also have an Instagram page at We'll Take It From Here podcast. And our logo is We'll Take It From Here with Joe and Don. We just see the black diamond, and that's us. So that's Instagram and YouTube. Our first show is up on YouTube. Still working to get the other shows up. But yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Love it. So I'm looking at here some stuff. Actually, I think I'm gonna do a little curve on myself. I want to actually talk about a lot of like how we men need to do. Like I mentioned a little bit in the beginning how we need to do better.
Yeah.
I think a lot of problems too. Society is trying to dictate what a man should and shouldn't be. And this happens also with ladies. Society's trying to dictate what a lady should be. But since we're both men, we could probably speak to our opinions on this.
Did you just assume that I'm a man?
Oh, sorry. Oh, damn. I didn't know. I forgot you're a triceratops.
I identify as a Black Hawk helicopter.
Oh, Black Hawk helicopter.
Yeah.
What are your pronouns?
Was, were.
Oh, dude.
That was a joke. I'm a man.
Yeah, man. I thought you were really a helicopter.
Anyway.
No, I think this is one thing because some of the things we had on here is just like how we can be better men in society. Men, don't be afraid to be men. Now, what does that mean? That mean the macho guy who's showing off his fucking muscles and his abs and I could beat the shit out of you. I'm the best. No. It actually goes back to what we were talking about a couple minutes ago is being confident and control of yourself, leading by example, taking initiative if you're in a relationship. Don't let society tell you what you need to be, okay? If you are, because this is how I think society paints men today. Men need to be some very soft, sensitive, showing your emotions all the time. Okay, I'm a very emotional person, but like emotional in the respect of like I'm very animated. Okay, like you can be those things as a man. I want to be very clear. What I'm saying is not that you can't have emotions as a man. I'm saying is like. What I'm trying to say is, have you seen commercials these days? Have you seen a commercial these days?
Yeah.
Dude, the man is some fucking dweeb. Like, it's always a dweeb. Some, like, soft guy who's always being bossed around by his wife. Have you ever noticed that?
I haven't noticed that in particular, but I know what you mean.
Dude, I've seen so many commercials where it's like, it's weird like that. And I think what they're trying to do is, you know, there's the saying, strong men create strong societies create like weak men create weak society, or it's not weak men, but it's something men create weak society. Yeah. I think we're in the weak society part, because I think society was trying to take this ideology of like what it means to be an actual like assertive man and a dominant figure, and that's toxic. But like, do you understand what I'm trying to go with?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I think we need to do a better job of being men. Like by that I mean like helping others, helping yourself first, okay? Mm-hmm. Helping others, not being afraid to court when you're with women, right? If you're on a date, pay the fucking bill.
I can't say the word.
Chivalry.
That it's not dead.
It's not dead, dude. It's really not dead. Like
hold the door,
dude. We
pay the bill.
Pay the bill. Fucking
put the chair in.
Put the chair in. Take her coat.
Open the door for her.
Don't be afraid to fucking if you're on a walk right now. Maybe not the first date if you're not comfortable, but if you're going on multiple dates, you initiate grabbing her hand.
Yeah. Hold
her hand when you're walking on the sidewalk or on the street. You stand on the side with the street and let her stand on the side. All these little fucking things, dude. Dude, one time I held the door open for a girl on the first date.
Yeah.
Something that my parents ingrained into me, my mom especially ingrained into me, right? Something that for me was just complete and utter obvious, right? It was obvious to do. She goes, my brother just texted me. Did he just open the door for you? Keep him. And I was laughing, but I was like, dude, how many dates has this girl been on where she didn't even have the door for the fucking car open?
No, that's
for her?
sad.
Because, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say, you remember like all these movies that we see like from the 20s and stuff, like
Yeah.
that time, those times look really cool in an aspect of like men were men.
Yeah.
You know, they wore these suits. They always dressed very professional and always held themselves to a high standard. All these things, and they treated women very respectfully and all these things.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to point that out, that, you know, back then that's kind of how things were.
Yeah.
And we've kind of got away from that. Not saying that it's a bad thing. Well, it's a bad thing in a lot of ways. Because now, you know, that quote you were saying, good times create weak men.
Yeah.
Well, now
That's what it is.
weak men create hard times.
Yeah.
And now we're in hard times. And hard times create strong men.
Yeah, essentially.
So, yeah, I mean, what we need to do is become strong men. We need to become a weapon.
Yeah, exactly. And what I agree 100%. We need to become a weapon. Doesn't mean you need to be a combative weapon. You just need to be a weapon where no one can fuck with you.
You need to have the potential.
Absolutely. You need to be so dangerous to the point where you have a goal and no one is stopping you from accomplishing
It's like Jordan Peterson says, you need to be a monster.
Yeah, you literally...
You know, I love that quote of his.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, and by the way, Jordan Peterson is a fucking... I read a quote.
Savage.
I read a comment on YouTube when it was Jocko and Jordan Peterson. If you guys know who Jocko Willink is and Jordan Peterson, I'm butchering the quote, but essentially it was saying it was like the same iron from a different side, because Jocko is your Navy SEAL, right? You're a former Navy SEAL entrepreneur, big motherfucking dude, jiu-jitsu black belt, wrestler, etc., right? Then you have Jordan Peterson, who's a psychologist, who's actually more, he even admitted this. I'm not speaking for him. He admitted this on Joe Rogan's podcast, that he's more feminine. And it's, like I said, like, I noticed something a little contradicting. I want to go back. When I was saying emotional and feminine, I'm not saying men, dude, you can cry. Like, that's fine. Like, you can cry. Right? You don't need to build up. My emotion is like when you're getting crazy and you start yelling at people for no fucking reason. Like, check that emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, he admits, he's like, I'm an emotional. I'm not emotional. He said, I'm a feminine, like, more feminine guy.
Yeah.
But that guy is on point. He is a fucking unit, just on a different end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Jocko's a unit on one end, and I think Jordan Peterson is a unit on the same end, like, spectrum of tough, I would say.
So
in a different way.
I think I know the answer, but I want to hear it from you.
Yeah.
Why do you think having strong men is important in society?
Because, the way I think about it, having strong men is basically going back to what we said before. When everyone is the best person that they can be, everyone's going to build each other up, and everyone's going to try to motivate others and help others. And when we are strong, no one can manipulate us. No. We cannot be fucking manipulated by anyone or anything. If you are strong in your beliefs and you are set on your beliefs, right, that you're going to achieve something, or this is what needs to be done in your household because it's going to benefit you, no one can manipulate you. No. Which means no one can take control of you. Because if you think about it, I don't care if we're 2022. I'm sorry. Yes, are there women who are probably the breadwinners in the family? Absolutely. There's probably more than we can do. And there's nothing wrong with that. No problem with that. But when you think about this, when you think the head of the household, when you think the figure that's keeps everyone in check and keeps the whole aura in check, is it the father or the mother?
Yeah.
It's the father.
I mean,
in my opinion.
There's natural things that women are better gifted at.
Absolutely.
And there's things that men are better gifted at.
Oh, we complement each other.
So I don't know what this whole thing is. We have to be 100% equal. That's not how it works.
No, we're equal on a stance of like we're both humans and we both like deserve respect.
Yeah.
But like, I'm so fucking sorry.
A woman and a man aren't supposed to be able to bench press the same amount of weight.
No, a woman and a man aren't also supposed to be like able to do expected to do the same amount of physical activity. And like, let's think about it.
It's just how the bodies are made.
It's just like, what is it? Like, even scientifically, aren't women more bottom heavy and men more top heavy? Like, isn't that just a scientific fact?
I'm not sure.
Something along those lines. I don't know. I could be wrong with that. Fake news right here, right? What's it called? How about the fact too that, like, let's just think of it this way: women think today, this is society, right? I think the problem is society, right? And before I get into this, is that the answer you were going to give about why we need strong men?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's you need to have, you know, like Lo said before, you need to have the potential to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
If shit hits the fan and, you know, I'm not saying end of the world stuff, but if it were the end of the world, would you be able to take care of yourself?
Oh, yeah, true.
Would you be able to defend yourself? Would you be able to defend your family? Would you be able to make it out alive? If the answer is no, boy, you got some work to do.
Yeah, and that's
I have a lot of work to do.
Oh, same.
You know, to get to a point where I feel as though, you know, I'm that in a good place as a man.
Absolutely.
But it's something that I'm working towards. And yeah, I think your answer was spot on. It also yeah, I think your answer was spot on.
Oh, no, but I think we're saying the same thing. I'm just saying it in a different way. But for sure, like, yeah.
Well, it also helps with confidence too.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah.
You know, that's a big thing.
That's a huge.
That's
thing,
what I was gonna say.
That's a huge thing.
It helps with your confidence just as a person.
Yeah.
You know, I think men naturally want to be able to solve things and
absolutely
be that person that provides the solution, right? I think that's just naturally how men are.
Exactly.
And if you can't, you're gonna feel incredibly empty, I think, and you're gonna feel weak.
Or
who wants to feel like that?
Yeah,
Nobody.
How about the fact that if you don't have a purpose, I'm still in the realm of finding my purpose. I don't know if you are.
Always,
right? Yeah, but like if you are so far away from finding your purpose, how empty do you feel as a man?
Very empty,
dude. I look,
as
a person. Ladies, I don't know if that's the same for you. Possibly could be. I'm not sure. But like I know for me. Dude, someone can give me like 50 compliments on something, but if I don't have like my life in order on what I want to do as like a purpose for like a profession, I feel lost.
I know what you're saying there.
Yeah, right. Like it's weird.
I've been there before. That's for sure.
It's weird, but I don't know. No, just going off on a little tangent there. But I think what were we talking about before? I think it was something with like I was talking about society with ladies.
Well, we were saying about how don't be afraid to be a man.
Don't be afraid to be a man. Yeah, exactly. Because society is always trying to fucking tell us what we need to be and what we not. And ladies, you know what? This is not only
and don't be afraid to be a girl.
Don't be afraid to be a fucking girl. Yo, you know what? Oh, this is what I was gonna say. You know what bothers the hell out of me? Why society is able to dictate what every girl needs to do.
It's supposed to do,
or supposed to do. Like, okay, we went from the 1920s where women weren't even allowed to fucking vote. Like, that's fucked, right? Then they get voting privileges. And then as the decades go on, there was more rights to women, and now we live, I'm sorry, but in this modern day and age, we're equal on rights. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to come on the show and debate this with us, you can. We're equal on rights. So, why is it that when a society goes, okay, you're a woman, great. You should go into corporate. You need to be some boss chick, blah, 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 right? Or they'll say, women, do what you want. Do what you want and make your own life. Do what you want is an amazing fucking message. And I think women, you should do what you want. But here's where I'm going with this. When women step back and go, oh, I actually I want to be a housewife.
Oh, I was just going to say that.
I want to be a mom.
100%.
Dude, some women will look at that and be like, oh, you want to be a mom? Huh. Like, oh, you want to serve your husband and your family? Yep. Like, you're not a real, like, what, dude?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Like, how can you go from be who you want to be, and then when someone says that they want to be something, they fucking, oh, you can't do that. That's awful. Like, wait, what?
I mean, what if somebody's dream is to be the best mom?
Dude, I would think that
isn't that a hell of a dream?
Bro, that's a hell of a dream. You want to know why? I would argue that being a mom is harder than being a fucking CEO of a company. Never having been a CEO of a company myself, I will admit that disclaimer. But I would argue it for one reason.
It does look really hard.
Dude, you're literally
especially when you have a kid like me.
Hey, Mr. Shoemaker.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, think about it. You're in charge of someone's life and growing them.
It's very noble. Look at this, like, it's supposed to be this sexist thing now. You're not allowed to say, oh, the woman takes care of the house, right?
Yeah, right? It's sexist, yeah.
That's a sexist thing, I guess, these days.
No, I agree with you. That was completely sarcastic, my response. Yeah.
But, there's nothing wrong with that. And like there needs to be somebody that takes care of the house.
And who are better caretakers and nurturers by nature?
Women. So why are we disrupting that nature nurture concept?
Dude, I don't get it. I don't understand why you're trying to fuck with nature at this point.
Now, if you're a woman and you want to go be that badass chick CEO that's never home and doing the business stuff,
go ahead and do it.
Go do it. Like, you have the freedom to do that.
Go ahead and do it. Actually,
but don't feel bad if you want to be that housewife.
Absolutely. Dude, I grew up with a really, really close friend of mine. I haven't seen him in a bit, but he used to, like, when we grew up, we were really close friends. Dude, the mom I think she was on Wall Street. And the dad, I think he, like, liked to write books and was an author, but he was the stay-at-home dad. Bro, fucking great family. Raised great kids. I'm not saying that it can't work, and I'm not saying that the woman needs to stay home. But like you said a key thing. If you want to, don't feel fucking bad. It can work both ways. You have your outliers. I'm just saying, and these are my opinions, folks. These are opinions of Don, all right? I just think that women are better caretakers. Women have more patience. Women are better at, when it comes to like growing a human or like nurturing a human being, they have more patience. They have more of emotional capacity to do that.
I think so. I think that's nature.
Yeah.
I think that's science. I think it's just how it is.
Think about nature too. Think about like, all right, we're not bears, right? Or we're not deer, but like bears, the mom will stay with the fucking cub.
Yeah.
The dad just basically...
The dad goes out, gets the food for the family or whatever.
Or that's it. Or even, I think in bears' cases, the dad just pieces, which is fucked.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
right.
I think it's more like, but like in nature, like nature's telling us something. Who are better at growing, like, nurturing people? It's women.
I mean, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it's better, because I don't know. I really don't.
All right, fair.
But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with the quote unquote stereotype. The man goes, gets the breadwinner or whatever, takes care of the family. He's this strong man, is able to defend himself, defend his family, and then the woman's at home taking care of the house, doing, all these house things, right? I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that concept.
Yeah.
And they're trying to villainize, society's trying to villainize that.
Honestly, I think that's what my issue is. My issue with it is, why is society trying so hard to dictate it?
Yeah.
And I think what it is, I'm trying to like combat that, because I see it as an issue. Because if you think about it, you're not allowing people to choose what they want to do. Right. Right? Like, I'm not sitting here, and because in my opinion, I think women are better caretakers. I like what you said though. You don't know, and that's responsible of you. I even though it's my opinion that women are better the caretakers and nurturers, doesn't mean I'm like telling you women that are listening right now that you need to stay home. No. Don't conflate the two. All right. I think women are are actually capable of doing anything. Well, not anything, but like in business, they can lead. They can be a CEO.
110,000%. And I would argue in some cases they're probably better at it.
Possibly, but here's the thing: we won't know until women finally just stop throwing. And this is my opinion now. Throwing away this attitude of I'm oppressed, I'm never going to make it, I'm discriminated against, and actually just tries and just says, I can do whatever the fuck I want.
See, I think I think that's the minority of people though. I don't think that's most women.
Maybe then maybe I'm just seeing it through a lens of my own. Maybe
that's how. I'm seeing it. I mean, it's kind of the same thing of the loudest few make the most noise.
Yeah, true. Like 10%.
It's kind of like the same. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. You're right.
But I don't know. I think a good segue into the next piece is how do you hold yourself as a man, right? Because we were talking about being a man, all these things, right? And this is for anybody, but being passive versus aggressive.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay.
So it's kind of like a sliding scale is how I see it.
Yeah, it's a sliding scale, and I think assertive it falls right in the middle of that. I don't think there's any issue with either. I don't think you need to be default passive, default aggressive, default assertive to be a successful man. I think you're going to be all of them at once. Like, none of us listening to this, no matter how much you want to believe, is default alpha. No one's alpha 100% of the time. which would relate to being assertive and aggressive. You need to have all.
Yeah.
So your question was when to be passive, when to be aggressive. It's a good question.
Well, the way I see it is it's kind of like, you ever seen a balancing scale? It's like, think of a seesaw.
Yeah.
Right. So when the seesaw is in the middle, it's level.
Yeah.
So you have passive on one side of the seesaw and assertive on the other side of the seesaw.
Absolutely.
Now, you want that seesaw. You want to be in the middle.
Wait, assertive or aggressive?
Assertive.
Okay, so you're putting assertive on one. Okay.
Yeah. Did I say aggressive before?
Well, we were talking about aggressive, and then I said assertive in the middle. But I
meant assertive. Passive and assertive.
Got it. Okay, maybe I heard aggressive. We'll
hear
this out again. My bad. Whatever. Passive, assertive.
But it's kind of like that seesaw.
Yeah.
You have passive on one side and assertive on the other, and it's like you kind of got to be in the middle of that because you don't want to be too assertive, but you also don't want to be too passive.
Yeah, for sure.
And that comes to being able to communicate in a proper way.
Yeah. To
not be a dick, but to get your point across.
No, absolutely. No, that's huge, dude. Oh my God. Men, I don't understand, and this is the minority, right? I don't understand why there's this ideology that you need to be a dick to be strong. Being a dick doesn't make you strong. Being a dick makes you just that, being a dick.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's a really good point, man.
Like,
and a really good point.
So spot on, dude. A lot of strong people are actually maybe passive. I could argue that. Maybe not living totally in passive or living totally in assertive, like you said, the balance.
Well, I think people put a lot of masks up on them, not literally, but they put a facade on themselves. Like, oh, I'm this macho, manly man. I have no feelings. I never cry. All this stuff.
Fuck that. No.
That's just not a way to be either.
Real men laugh. Real men cry. Real men get angry. Real women laugh. Real women cry. Real women get angry. Real women are happy. Real men are happy.
Yeah.
We're human fucking beings. If you go on, like, if someone comes up to you and asks you for, let's just say, advice, if they're struggling, right? As a man to man. Like, dude, I have all this shit. A lot of shit's bothering me. Like, blah, blah, blah. And they're, like, having a nervous breakdown. If your initial response the first time they come out to you is suck it up, be a man, look yourself in the mirror and reevaluate who you are.
100%.
Suck it up and be a man? Dude, what if that person was on their last fucking legs and the thing they needed the most was just to be told something in a way that could help them and you tell them to suck it up and be a man? That would be aggressive, right? That would be, I wouldn't even call that assertive. I would call that aggressive.
Yeah.
Being a dick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. The whole like, oh, be a man thing. It's so stupid.
It's a crock of shit.
It really is.
It really is.
Because I don't even know what that means.
Because like you said, you have your Jockos and your Jordan Petersons.
Yeah.
Jocko and Jordan, if you didn't even know who the hell they were, and you looked at them, you'd be like, dude, these two are completely fucking different.
Here's the other side. Here's the other side to look at it.
What's up?
I think being open about your struggles and being open about maybe some problems that you're having or things that are bothering you, I think opening up about that and sharing that and asking for help, that is being a man.
Yes.
That's being more of a man.
Oh, showing your weakness?
Yeah, because that takes a lot of courage to show your weakness, to show your problems.
Fuck yeah, that is.
You know?
Oh, 100%, dude. Bro, and there's a balance too, like the seesaw. If you're constantly showing weakness, you're constantly complaining. Let's just say you're complaining all the time, and someone gives you advice, and they give you like tons of advice, and instead of seeking that advice, you just decide that you want to complain. Then at a certain point, it's like, bro, just chalk it up, bro.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? You know, but then it's like, as long as you're not doing it a lot, right?
Yeah.
But I see what you mean. I see what you're saying. It's very important.
It is. It definitely is.
Fuck.
So, yeah, be a man.
Be a man.
There's a great book about that, actually. It's called The Mask of Masculinity.
Bro, you have Oh, dude, you're naming books off every episode, and I'm just adding them to the books that I already have.
You gotta
to
see
read,
my
dude.
book list, man.
Dude, I saw your bookcase. Fucking
yeah.
sick.
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry, but the Mask of Masculinity.
yeah, it's by Lewis Howes.
Okay.
He has a podcast as well called The School of Greatness.
The School of Greatness.
If anybody wants to look it up, awesome dude to follow on Instagram as well. But he does have a really great book called The Mask of Masculinity.
Yeah.
And in these things, or in this book, he goes through all these masks that men put up.
Yeah.
And like we talked about before, it's kind of like a facade. So if you want to learn more about that, go pick up that book. It's like $20 from Barnes & Noble or something like that. Get it on Amazon, whatever. But it's it's an eye-opener of how to kind of learn about yourself and why you are the way you are.
Mm-hmm. That's good. All right, the Mask of Masculinity. Like that.
Yeah.
Cool. So what do we summarize in this about being like a man, I guess I would say, if you had to give one final thought on what it means to be a man for our audience.
Jeez, one
yeah, it's a fucking loaded question for sure.
You know, I think let's rephrase that. I think the importance of being a man.
Yes, I like that.
Is to me being able to defend yourself and your family and needing help from no one. Okay. No one is coming to save you, like Greg Anderson says.
Yes.
So be that person be your own hero.
Yeah.
That's what you need to be. That's the importance of being a man, is being your own hero.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I would also say it's about being kind to others, leading by example, showing how to do, not being afraid to make mistakes, not being afraid, like you said, to open up, dude. Don't ever be afraid to open up, bro. If you have friends or family that can't listen to you when you're opening up, if you're genuinely opening up to them, like, I'm not to try to, what's it called? I'm speaking in a lot of absolutes right now, but that's not good, right? Like, if you have a circle of friends that you can't talk to when shit's hitting the fan, that's hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So and if you don't have friends, you got two more right now.
Exactly. Right there, dude. I swear, no. Honestly, I'll speak to me, and I'm sure, and knowing Don, he'll be the same way. If you ever have absolutely fucking anything that is bothering you, and ladies too, this is not just only men, ladies. If anything's ever bothering you that you feel you cannot talk to someone, but you're comfortable enough to talk to someone that maybe you know me, maybe you don't know me, right? Maybe you know me only from this podcast. Reach out to me. If I see it, when I see it, if I see it, I don't have that many followers. When I see it, I will try my best. I'll always lend an ear, and I'll try my best to help you. And maybe not generate the solution, but try to get you on a path, okay? Exactly what Don said.
Yeah.
It's so fucking important, because to be a good human, like we're talking about men, right? Because we feel like men in society, really the reason why we feel like, or at least I won't speak for you, I'll speak for myself. I feel like men, we need to do a better job for ourselves, because we're in, like Don said, the hard times now. And the only way to get the fuck out of this is to be strong and to be quote unquote hard and to lift out of this. Yeah. And ladies, don't feel like I'm saying this and that you can't do it. You better be the best fucking version of yourself.
You have to be.
Because if you are in a relationship, what is a relationship? It is a partnership. It is a team in which you two build off each other and support each other. So if both of you are strong, you will be strong. If both of you are weak, you will be weak. If one is strong and the other is weak, regardless of the sex, it won't work.
1000%.
That's it.
So, I mean, guys, remember, like we talked about in the beginning of the show, lead by example.
Yeah.
Be your own hero. Be the person that you would like to look up to.
Yeah.
And everything else will fall into place, because those around you will get better as well. And then the whole world changes.
Absolutely. That's it, guys. And if you actually disagree with anything we have to say on here, let us know.
Let us know.
Maybe, let us know. I don't give a shit, dude. I put my opinions out there all the time. My opinions are my opinions. They're not the facts. They're not the truth. This is what I believe, okay? This is what I live my life by. If you actually disagree with me, let me know. I'll have a cordial conversation with you.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely far from perfect.
Yes.
I hope these thoughts resonated with some of you guys.
Yeah.
Or a lot of you guys. Because it's some things that I think me and Joe are very passionate about. And, like Joe said, if you disagree with it, let's talk about it. Let's hear your point of view.
Come on, maybe we'll...
let's have you on the show.
Let's do it.
So, like I said, guys, we are on Instagram now at We'll Take It From Here podcast. My personal Instagram is at Don Shoemaker Jr. Joe, where can people find you?
Joe Francesco 48.
And we're also on YouTube as well. We'll Take It From Here with Joe and Don. Episodes launched every Thursday.
Every Thursday, baby. Let's go. Guys, thanks again. We love you guys. You guys supporting us. It feels awesome. We really appreciate your feedback, and keep giving it, keep providing it, man.
Stay tuned for next week. We got a special surprise for you.
Yeah.